Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. All right, here he is, the decorated kickboxer, back for more here tonight, and he's so comfortable in the striking realm. It's almost like he started kickboxing before he ever was reading or writing.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see someone that's so comfortable under so much duress.
I know.
When you're in kickboxing range, you are in the fire. There is no safety. You're right in range to be getting knocked out, but he does not fear that. He loves it. He loves the combat. He loves the engagements. But what you have to understand is he's not engaging his opponents on their terms. He's doing it on his terms. Whether or not he wants to be in close with the big punches or he wants to be at range landing kicks, he's just constantly putting damage on you. Top, bottom, up, low, it does not matter. This guy is a dominant striker, one of the best kickboxers the UFC has ever seen.
And in terms of the punching technique and the jab, as good as anyone in this division. Well, DC, you're not fighting tonight, but I know you're anxious, as I am, as Conor McGregor returns to the proving ground here tonight. This is the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts history and a damn good fighter, too. Let's see what he does here tonight.
I have no horse in the race, but the butterflies are kicking my stomach up and down because every time Conor steps into the octagon, it feels like a momentous occasion. Yeah. One of the biggest stars in all of sports. He transcends the sport of mixed martial arts. A guy that has a fantastic left hand. He's very quick. He's a master of managing distance, managing space, and the speed and the ability, the eyes of Conor McGregor is something that we don't pay enough attention to when we watch him fight.
And of course, every time he competes, all eyes are on Conor McGregor, and yet more often than not, he doesn't show up flat on fight night. He rises to the occasion. The José Aldo fight certainly is the one that people will historically talk about, but let's see how it goes in this spot for Conor here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So more than 15 years, the gap in age between these two fighters, with some differences in height and a similar reach. Here is Bruce
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 206 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, the Warrior. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Okay, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we go. Round 1, outstanding matchup of strikers. Any chance this thing hits the canvas tonight, Sean?
I don't believe so. I think when you have 2 high-level strikers like you have in these 2 men, they're going to go to the center of the octagon, and it's going to be a kickboxing match. A kickboxing match that you would see in a ring. Tonight, you get to watch it inside of an octagon.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
So both guys landing at will here. Good action early. Got the single collar tie. Muay Thai plum.
Oh, big punch land. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Oh, hard work pays off, lands the Superman punch flush. Single collar tie now. Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the feet.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks.
Oh, nice job there to land the knee strike to the body, again making great use of his length in this matchup. Oh, you can hear the thwack from here as he lands another leg kick in DC. Now we're seeing visible damage as that leg starts to redden up.
And now you start to see the damage. And now you start to see the limping of the opponents. Watch as he gets kicked in the leg, he's turning away. He can't even get any pressure on his front leg anymore. He is beat up. That leg has been tenderized by this young man.
Bone on bone as the head kick lands flush.
He better get those hands up or he's gonna put him to sleep. Liver kick. Big punch lands through the middle.
Oh, that's a big connection there for McGregor, DC.
I mean, big strike landed for Ireland's favorite son, Conor McGregor.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Conor McGregor.
I mean, he's cutting them down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Looking to set up that head kick again. This one does not find the home.
Nice straight punch.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here, and they separate. Right hand upstairs. Oh, bone on bone, shin slash foot, right to the skull. You see why I'm a commentator and not a fighter? You see why?
Yeah, those aren't fun. I'm telling you, man, you get kicked in the head, a lot of times it's the end of the night.
Got a little experience with that.
Yes, I do. It's horrible.
It's the elbow there. He blocks the punch. 2 minutes now to go in the opening round. McGregor gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. Back to the left hand now, unable to connect. Oh, nice straight left. Well, he got his head snapped back by that straight hand there, and he's shown a vulnerability tonight by leaning right into that punch as he tries to set up his own offense. May want to focus on some defense here moving forward.
Big knee lands right through his opponent's midsection.
Able to check the high kick.
Dig and kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority. A little single collar tie there.
Look at how he drives his knee right into his opponent's midsection.
And they clinch once again. Oh, and he lands a knee to the body now, DC. Talk to us about that strike.
They suck so bad, especially when you're going forward. You walk full speed into a knee to the body, it could end the night.
And they separate. Oh, and another leg kick lands flush. And the best fighters in the world are those who make adjustments. He hasn't made many so far.
Yes, he needs to make adjustments. So, one thing you can do is close the distance. Don't give him space to leg kick you over and over again. Get close, fight from the clinch. Take that leg kick away by managing the distance.
Just missed with the left there. McGregor gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Now he counters with a right hook to the head.
Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
All right, so an entertaining 5 minutes. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and I'd imagine a lot of these replays are going to be rooted in that kicking game that was on full display.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of different techniques, but the kicking was the key to him getting ahead in this fight. He's out ahead now. He needs to stay the course and continue to do that as the fight goes on.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, and at some point, these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start to take an effect whenever you're taking kick after kick after kick. And watching him fight With that knowledge and that patience shows his fight IQ.
And they separate. Oh, McGregor's head kick is blocked, so no damage inflicted there. Oh, wicked nice leg kick there, DC.
Can't take too many of those.
All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done more often than not.
John, don't you come to me without a combo. I want the whole platter. Give him the whole platter, young man. Put some punches together. Make this guy take the whole thing. Give him more than one strike. You have now found a setup punch. The jab is landing consistently. Find something that's going to go behind it. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one? Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
And he landed the right hand there. Just misses there with the left. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by McGregor. Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He certainly has that part of his game going tonight.
He's a fantastic kickboxer, but tonight is the kicks that lead the dance. That was a thudding leg kick.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, he got everything behind that kick. Lands a big elbow there. Three minutes to go in round two. Right hand count. Nice job by the fighter here to continue to block the shots coming his way. You think he's trying to sort of fatigue his opponent here a little bit?
He's kind of watching and seeing everything that's happening in front of him. Later, you'll see him start to throw counters after blocking shots.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. 82 total strikes have found the mark for Conor McGregor, while still connecting on about 4 of every 10 attempts. 40% the accuracy rate now against Conor McGregor. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Just over 2 minutes to go. McGregor gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line.
It's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Big head kick.
Oh, man.
Oh, big roundhouse attempt, but unable to land. All right, single collar tie now.
Nice kick.
Good combination of jabs for him there.
Right back in the clinch. Look for the backhand to get very active.
Really timing his shots nicely. Good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity. Nice punch lands over the top.
Oh, and he caught the kick. Still unable to find that precise range with the high kick.
Can't take many of those, you better check.
Goes to the body with the knee. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
Ooh, what a punch.
Again, they clinch.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook. Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Oh, single collar tie here.
He changes the angle, finds the right spot to land that punch to the head.
Good defense to block the strike coming back.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
A lot lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you would.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
All right, next round is now underway. Previous round, not necessarily a tough act to follow. Pretty good, not bad.
Pretty good round, but not the best round. Sometimes that's what you get when you have fighters that are so evenly matched. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Kick right under that right elbow. Man, it doesn't take much for the redness to start. Look at the left side of his body, man. Nasty. Back to the feet. Ooh, found a home for that knee. Oh, big roundhouse attempt, just misses. That could have been lights out. Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
McGregor gets hit with a kick. Oh, nice hook. That was a crippling shot right there.
Threw it real tight, elbow tight, big check in it, landed it right on the chin.
Missed with that attempt. Some nice power there with the left hook upstairs. Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. McGregor going for the head kick. No dice.
There's no give on that leg.
Oh, nice strike landed there by McGregor. Oh, collar tie.
Left hand punch with the clinch. Oh, big head kick lands.
Lands a right hand out of that exchange. McGregor gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention. Oh, nice left hand there by Conor McGregor. He's still got it.
Yeah, he absolutely has it. He's one of those guys that understands distance management better than most fighters.
Effective punch there by Conor. Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you're looking for. Try to take the judges out of it. He is lighting them up now. Oh, that is an uppercut from hell. Beautiful job by him there.
I mean, he threw that thing from his hip and he landed with all the force that he could muster. I'm surprised he didn't knock him out with that punch.
Got the single collar tie.
What a tricky head kick. Good punch lands.
Oh, roundhouse kick.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
Oh, Superman punch.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Good series of strikes by him there.
Great job of mixing it up, staying active, keeping busy, doing great work.
Single collar tie now. And he continues to work on the inside of that lead leg. Hard shots landing on both sides here.
Beautiful head kick. Look at him yank the head and land that beautiful punch from the clinch. Caught the kick.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Great punch.
Goes upstairs for an elbow. Obvious redness on the right side of his body. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. DC, didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point.
Oh, and he lands another knee there, DC. He talked a lot to us about his length and his size advantage. Doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it certainly did.
When you're in the clinch, you go to the body, that's an investment. You keep on putting that money away with every single body shot.
Oh, a little single collar tie there.
Ooh, big shot land.
Oh, and he continues to pour it on. We mentioned earlier the aggression with his striking. Got to be careful to not gas out here, but at least you have to admire the approach.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Deep breath in the eyes starting to take a beating. Looks like it might be getting close. We have to be careful now. Be cautious. Look for the take.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Oh, that kick is good by Conor.
Oh, nice elbow.
Pretty good knee to the body by McGregor.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Oh, effective strike there by McGregor.
Nice head kick.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Some fighters don't check a lot of leg kicks. That one was checked. McGregor gets touched by that kick to the body. All right, single collar tie now.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Pretty significant welt to the left side.
Oh, nice. Nice.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie, and they separate. Back to the leg kick now. That one's no good.
Nice job of hiding that head kick.
Again, they will clinch. That knee might have landed there. Pretty good series of knees by him there, DC. He told us on Thursday he felt like they would be there. They have been there.
They have been there, and he is driving them into his opponent's body. It's hard to watch.
That knee might have landed there. Oh, these are some devastating knees, as we might say in Boston, some wicked, effective knees.
I love when you talk like that.
I know you do.
I think it's so good. But there's a guy, I love the way you talk, but I love the way this guy fights. He's throwing those knees in order to shut the lights off of his opponent.
That knee might have landed there. Another knee by McGregor. Oh, and now he lands the knee. I'm not sure his opponent saw that coming.
He didn't see it coming because he does such a great job of just throwing it. He doesn't have any tell when he's going to throw a knee.
Oh, these are some impactful knees he is throwing, and I guess until his opponent adjusts, might as well keep throwing them.
He's going to keep going to the well. Why would he change it? His opponent has not been able to figure out these knees.
That knee might have landed there. Oh, yet another beautiful knee there by McGregor. Oh, beautiful execution with the knee strike there. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
What do you follow up a beautiful strike like that knee with? We'll see very shortly.
That knee might have landed there. Another nice knee there. Oh, combination of knees. That is not what he is looking for. He better raise that guard quickly.
He better raise that guard or he's going to fall asleep. You cannot allow someone to knee you in the head.
So a combination of knees here. You don't see this all the time where a fighter will throw multiple knees, but if it's not broken, they'll fix it.
There's no takedown threat. If there was a takedown threat, he would not be throwing so many knees. But there's no threat of getting taken down, so he is just letting those knees fly.
Head kick, that's a miss.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Oh, looked like that left hand found the target.
Found the target, as it has on so many occasions tonight.
Trying to establish that jab once again.
real sneaky head kick gets in there.
1 minute. And he lands that side kick. Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. Under a minute to go in round 4.
Big kick. He gets to his spot, the tie clinch. Then he starts to let the knees fly.
All right, throws a straight punch and lands, so that is increasingly becoming an effective weapon for him tonight.
This is one of his best strikes. He's throwing it over and over again.
And he comes through with a big knee.
Oh!
Oh, single collar tie here. And there comes the separation now.
Big kick lands.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Oh, collar tie. Now he's got the Muay Thai block. All right, well, his kicking game was outstanding in that round. We'll see if his opponent can make the adjustments, but take us through the replays before we get there.
It's always weird to watch a young fighter start to come into his own. Early in his career, he did not have this ability. He did not have the ability to dictate and control fights with his legs. Now he does, and he looks like a future champion in the making.
All right, next round is underway, DC. We talked about his powerful kicks, how he attacks all sides of the body, the head, the legs. Pretty good start for him tonight.
That was so impressive to see. Someone fight almost predominantly with their legs and have that level of success.
A single collar tie. Able to check that kick as well. McGregor gets caught with that punch.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Just unable to quite find that range.
He lands a switch knee.
Counters with a straight right hand. That'll work. Single collar tie now. Connects with a right.
Big kick lands.
McGregor gets in the clinch yet again.
Powerful leg kick lands.
Oh, is that a good knee to the body there by McGregor?
Good stick.
Head kick partially blocked. All right, Muay Thai clinch. A lot of elbows and knees could be coming from here. We'll see how he chooses to attack.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous position, but an advantageous one for the offensive fighter. Watch for the defensive guy to try to break this immediately. Big kick land.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Right punches there. Man, the body work continues to be a factor here. Look at the size of that bruise on his body. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Back and forth we go. Now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch. You better protect that head.
Great job securing the Muay Thai clinch. Watch for big knees to the body, and eventually him switch it up with a big knee to the head.
Lands with a right hand. Well, in terms of Conor McGregor's frame at lightweight or at featherweight, he really uses his length well. He has an outstanding reach. More often than not, he's going to have a reach advantage over the opposition, and he is taking advantage here tonight. Changes his stance.
His opponent's got him in the clinch. He needs to break away and get back to his range because he's taking punch after punch from this clinch position. So
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. McGregor gets hit with a kick. It's the elbow there.
big leg kick land.
90 seconds and counting to go in the fight. Well done to block that powerful kick to the body.
Beautiful punch.
Oh, huge spinning kick. Oh, tags him with that uppercut. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
Great punch. What does he follow that uppercut with next time he lands it so effectively?
1 minute to go in the fight. Oh, high-level defense there. The hook shot is blocked by McGregor.
Over and over, he landed these big body kicks. That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Oh, a little single collar tie there. Oh, good opportunity to do damage here. He's got that tie clinch. Here he is back in the clinch. Oh, knee to the head. That never feels good. 15 seconds.
Head kick.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie, and they separate.
Caught that.
Oh, late defense on the takedown and scrambles to his feet. Nicely done. All right, so a lot to like over the distance of that fight tonight. Clearly, we think we saw one guy win the fight. Largely got it done with the striking.
Yeah, he got it done with the striking. And that's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a guy that's so comfortable whenever he's in the stand-up. And that showed tonight as he truly outworked his opponent.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 48-47. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the notorious Conor McGregor!
All right, so the judges are in agreement tonight. He is your winner by unanimous decision. Certainly pretty easy fight to score, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was an easy fight to score. Whereas his opponent had a few moments, he was the one that truly did lead all the interactions. He's the person that truly did dictate if the fight was standing or on the ground. This is his fight. He won this fight, and he won it in dominant fashion.